There's the team, gentlemen. Marco van Stad and Siya Kolisi at 8. Peter Steff is in the mix. Oh, yeah, by the way, we've got Eben Etzebeth, 134 test match will be run out for the Springbok. Good to see Luat back. Guys, let's talk about it. Siya at 8.
I'm happy with it. Look, I thought he did it for the Sharks. He was brilliant. For the Sharks, also, then you've got you're not you don't have to chase the ball the whole time. Johnny Absolutely. Can come in here. You've got more license to roam. In terms of being an edge player or a guy that runs off guys, Siya's almost got that sixth sense in terms of linking up those. So I think it suits him perfectly. Van Staden will always play for the ball, to the ball. He'll always Peter Steff one wide channel, and then Siya can run between the middle and the edges. So it's I don't think it's that massive of a change for Siya.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think the fact that Marcus there actually frees up Siya to do what he wants to do, and that's with ball in hand. I think
ball in hand.
Well, on the edges, in terms of
wide loose forwards.
In terms of our attacking shape. Again, the other thing that I like is the fact we have all of a sudden we have two guys playing to the ball. So Malcolm Marx and Marco van Staden. Yes, Marcus may be the more out and out, kind of fetcher, slowing it down, but having a extra guy like a Malcolm Marx there. Adds another dimension with a Peter Steff who can also contest at the breakdown.
So for me, games that I've done, Siya does so much dirty work.
Yeah.
It's not the glamorous stuff.
Yeah.
So again, when you go 8th man, I'm thinking ball in hand, are we going to miss? Because the grind that he does is not for the highlights.
Yeah. There's a line break. There's someone's cleaning that ball when the guy scores on the
Peter
corner.
Steff will come around definitely with the ball in hand because the clean was done by Siya.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned, not that I might know much about loose play, but what impact will that be at 8? Will he get there first now? Will he get there?
I think what I foresee, remember, last year's Tri Nations, how they used him in the middle of the field of lineouts. I think that could also be another option, because we know Siya's a good, hard runner, and he could be the guy, specifically of lineouts, maybe giving, the box that momentum. And we know, if he gets on front foot, he's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, you got to look at the pack as a whole. Will they be good at scrums? Do they have a good scrumming pack? Yes. Line out? Yes. Ball carries? Yes. Defensively? Yes. There's no weakness where you can turn around and say, maybe this and that. There are some technical things, I think, on our own breakdown where it issues, I think, against Italy and a little bit against Georgia. Maybe where our carriers weren't getting to the first and second arrival were probably a little bit slow, and that's where the Australians will see an opportunity. But that's a fixable thing that you can fix within a week. But the rest of it is probably it's positive in terms of the Springboks. The key though is with the Springboks, and I was listening to a podcast with Eddie Jones and Ewan McKenzie. On that first ball when the Springboks put the ball in, what are they going to do? Scrum for the penalty. Yeah. Can you stop it? That's going to be the key. On your ball, there's going to be pressure, so you know what to expect. Trying to stop it is another thing.
That's two great front rankers who had this podcast that we don't know about, but quick one.
Now do my research. I listen to everybody, even Jonathan.
No, tell me something.
D-Mac at 9.
So what was it? So they talk about the first Springbok scrum. You don't win it. What's the way forward? What do you counter? What was the conversation in this podcast?
No, they're just saying that with the Springboks, the set piece they're coming free at set piece. In terms of the physicality, you can plan for it all week. The scrum coach is saying, do this. That first hit, that ball comes in, the Springboks win the hit. Yeah. Scrum goes, brrr, penalty advantage. They have a strike or whatever it is. If that happens the first scrum, how do you stop it? So when Australia played Springboks last year, I think it was at Suncorp, the first scrum, the Springboks hit them so hard, I think they conceded a free kick.
Yeah.
That's how much the power was coming through. You can't fix that in a game, unfortunately. Then it's survival time. I think the second scrum in Perth went to uncontested scrums. But the battle up front, so you get that Moani kicks for the corner. Next thing, the Springboks now aren't just a mauling team. They've got trick plays from lineouts. They've got a whole lot of different things. How do you stop it? It's a hard team to analyze, the Springboks at the moment, purely because we've evolved. We've added a lot more things. You saw that. I mean, the well-spoken about lineout maul. So there's a lot more things we can do just besides, the scrum is the scrum, but outside of that, there's a lot more.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, Shimmi, is the fact, yes, some teams, they'll come up with a plan to kind of counter the first breakdown, but it's not always about attacking and getting a penalty, the first one setting the tone. Sometimes what I've seen as well is if with the Springboks, they'll suffocate you. So they'll kind of take it to a place where they put you under so much pressure. They might not win it, but they kind of forcing you to really dig deep.
The slow poison kicks in somewhere.
The slow poison. And I think, that's something that we've kind of gotten right, is know when to attack and just when to suffocate and strangle.
All right, we talked about the scrums. I think we're good up front. Marks, Wolcolo, Oxen Chess. So happy with the set piece. Let's have a look at this back line. Andres, ladies and gentlemen, at inside centre. I'm not too sure it's going to end up at flank, what the story is. If you look at that, that 5-3 setup. Farsi at fullback, Edward van der Merwe, old hunting ground for him. Grant Williams, Mani Lebok, Kurtley Arendse. If they get quick ball, solid platform to work for them, this is a dangerous backline.
It's a team that you can get with Mani Lebok, especially with this passing game. You'll get with Andre Esterhuizen attracts a lot of defenders.
Absolutely.
And you can play nicely around them. So they've got power, they've got everything.
And the Springboks prevail once again.